Join us now on the Democratic Convention and Vice President Harris's economic ideas. Former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton, he is now independent chair at Apollo and a CNBC contributor. How you doing?
Doing well. Doing well. Good morning.
Good to have you. Good morning. We are in, I still think, the honeymoon period, which is probably likely to ramp up, as it does usually when either party has a convention. Have you been surprised at the level of enthusiasm among Democrats that Vice President Harris has been able to?
I'm not surprised that there's an uptick, but I am surprised at the level of enthusiasm, including around the economy.
The weight lifted off the average Democrat's shoulders when Joe Biden finally stepped aside. It's palpable how much that was weighing down.
Sure. We talked about it on this program.
You didn't know it was going to be like this. This is staggering. I mean, they didn't. There was a whole contingent of Democrats that didn't want Biden to leave because they were worried about who his. They in fact were saying it was going to be an open convention. There were some saying that because they didn't want Vice President Harris because they thought that she would be a drag on the. How can you believe the way things have turned, and how did it happen? How was?
Well, I think we've had much of the program this morning, the economic messaging, which is the number one issue. It's the economy, it's the border,
but it's not security. Biden anymore. So people have already forgotten that they hated the economy.
And that's genius marketing, right? It's a change. It's a change in the leader. Forget the economic problems.
She says on day one she's going to do all this. Day one was January 21st. 2021.
But can we back up and say, where do we really stand, and what should we be looking for in terms of economic policy?
I don't know. Will you do that today finally?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I've been waiting for it.
You've been waiting for this? Okay. Look, there's really good news for America, which is America is in the best place in the world. It's the best economy. We're coming out of the pandemic better than anybody else. There's really bad news. We have had a bout of extreme inflation. Grocery prices, if you had a $100 grocery basket, it's $125 or more. Wages have not kept up. And we've increased our national debt by 25%. It's 125% of GDP. Those are both really bad things. If I'm evaluating who's going to have the better economic plan, it's who's going to take the strengths and address those weaknesses. And what I'm hearing is blaming grocery store owners and others for the economic problems. That's not how you get out of this.
Does Trump and his advisors, do they know how to take the right message, or is it going to be tariffs? Is it going to be, how are they going? Neither side seems to.
Here's what I think the right message is, and why I expect that the Trump message is going to be more appealing when you look at it closely, which is, where does growth come from? Growth can come from a couple of things. Energy. If we have lower energy costs, that's going to reduce the impact on consumers. It's also going to foster growth. If we continue to be tech leaders, when we're tech leaders, we get the benefit of growth around the globe. We only have 360 million people. There's 8 billion people in the world. When they get hooked in to a digital economy, we all benefit greatly. Capital allocation. We're better at allocating capital than anybody else in the world. 4% of the world population, we allocate over 50% of the world's capital. Focus on those things and competence in government. That's how you get real growth. That's how you get real wage growth for the people in the middle 80% of the economy. Yeah. This idea that you're going to go out and sort of say some prices are good and some prices are bad, right. It's lunacy.
But so you're Apollo, Sullivan, whatever one, mergers and acquisitions.
I'm here as me.
I know you are, but your background is in all this. So antitrust. If you could unequivocally say Donald Trump would be 180 degrees from Lina Khan in the Biden administration on antitrust, that might be something you could sell. But you can't say that. You don't know what his antitrust stance would be. And J.D. Vance or some people that say he's said friendly things about Lina Khan.
I think it's pretty clear that if you go back to 2016 to 2020, the approach to merger regulation in the U.S. was more pro-growth than it is today.
Although personal animosity towards a CEO could preclude a merger being okay.
Let's just stipulate that that's not going to happen. Okay.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying. So inflation. Do you think tariffs across the board? Do you think that's going to help with inflation?
What's really interesting is that the tariffs that were put in place 2016 to 2020 are still there. So the people who've had their hands on the wheel for the last 4 years.
He's talking about even more, President Trump. President Trump.
Let me give you a way to look at that. What he is saying is, if other countries are continuing to use tariffs or other measures for unfair competition, he's going to respond boldly.
Right. Okay. Let me. Mike brought this up earlier. So inflation's been bad. There's nothing wrong with selling some type of remedy as
gestures.
As warped as it is.
We're focused on this. We're going to jawbone it. We're going to just
be on the
right side of the argument, even if the practical policies, first of all, aren't enacted or
I actually think there's a lot wrong with it, because if you're saying something other than what caused inflation is the problem, that's not being candid with the American people. What caused the problem? A pandemic and unprecedented fiscal stimulus.
I mean,
those two
what
things.
They'll say is inflation was very similar across all developed economies. The path of inflation was very similar, and they didn't have the Inflation Reduction Act in other countries.
The U.S. spending drives global prices. Okay? Yeah. We're really going to say that. We're really going to say that inflation in Finland is the same, and therefore it's all the same.
I look at the world.